Hey Keepers, what do you say? What do you know? This is the Keeper coming at you from the man cave. Today we got a different type of video. We call it the nostalgia. We're gonna go in and look at some old keyboard rigs that I used to have and equipment from the past, and I'm kind of doing it the low tech way because I don't know how to do. I don't know if you can do this live with a screenshot or whatever, but okay, this is the man cave today, and you guys that follow me, you know what the man cave is about. So let's do this. Alrighty, and we're gonna look at some previous. Let's see. This is an old folder. All right, so I haven't dug around this folder in a long time, and let's see what this is. Um, oh, this was my drum kit when I first bought it. Wow, look how small that thing was. That was the original kit, and yeah, you should see it now. It's really big. Oh, let's get out of there. Um, oh wow. Man, these are some old pictures. Yeah, this is the old man cave. This is when I first removed the furnace and started building it up. Okay, there's the BP550. That's the vocal ensemble keyboard. This is when this puppy was brand new. Um, the Hammond Vx3. I was a cool organ. The original Phantom and my original Triton. It's kicking back there. Wow. But that's what the man cave like that is what it started out to be in. Let's see. Wait. This. No. I don't know what I'm doing here. Okay. But that was original man cave. Up went all the way out. And oh, remember the original drum kit? And this is probably somewhat modern. That ain't. Oh well. Um, yeah, I've been through a lot of stuff, man. I like looking at the past. If you look at the past, and I don't know. Um, Here's a cool rig. This was my percussion rig, and I also came with a new way of making racks where you can have one bottom rack, and then I added these poles where you could stack racks. All right, and I can still do that. I haven't done that in a while. Nobody requested that, but this was my percussion rack, and I had the X3, the X364. That's what it was. Yeah, the Hammond XB2 and the Sonic MR76. All right. And then I was using a PV power amp with two floor monitors. And there's a Digitech vocalist unit and my three pads because I used to play percussion on various things here. Same rig. Okay. This was my very first portable organ. The fourth piece of the IP345. Well, let's get out of there and see. Get to find. Yeah, this is a really old folder. Ah, the N264. Really cool keyboard. My buddy has one. He's going to be bringing one of these up. And I remember, I think it was back in 1990, maybe 1991. I just got off of the road and I moved back home. And I was going to join a local band. And I went up to the local music store and I bought a new keyboard cabinet. That was a PDSB2. Had a 15 in the horn. Bought a new keyboard stand, which is the stand I use now. And I bought a brand new Korg X3. All right, it wasn't this one. This is the N264. But that X3, I just love the shit out of that keyboard. Very cool. And but that was kind of like my love affair with Korg. That's where it started with the X3. And my puppies. Okay, let's get out of there and find more keyboard pictures. And oh, that other keyboard too, that VK8, that was a really cool keyboard. Alrighty, yeah, Triton. This is the second Triton, I believe. Yeah, this looks like a 76 nut. Look how roomy it was. I didn't have a lot of shit in. Alright. There is the one side of my rig was C, the 286A Digitech. I have that. I no longer have that effects unit. No longer have that EQ. I no longer have this mixer either. Okay. This was a cool keyboard. The Roland Lucina. That was my new keytar for a while. It was cool. It was alright. Nothing really to write home about. Let's see. Yeah, there's a live rig here. Man, this is old. There's my buddy Ricky. Yeah, I tell you, man, you guys ever miss some of your gear? This is downtown Pittsburgh. And that was a small rig. Yeah, when you play in Pittsburgh, you have to use small rigs because there's no place to park. And, you know, so you have to be able to just to grab things and, you know, get in and get out. And so what I did was I used the XB2, the Hammond XB2, and the Roland Phantom. And then I used just this amp. This is a 15 in the horn and a mid-range driver. Okay, so I'm seeing that box. So I was using the RT20 pedal for Leslie. My border collie, cooking food. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Hope you guys are enjoying this. I hope this ain't boring y'all. This is the nostalgic crap. Percussion rig I used to use. The XP2 Phantom and the Sonic MR76. And you see the drum pads and everything. So some of the look, there's from the beginnings of the man cave. More man cave. Yeah, it's nothing like that anymore. Yeah, this is even before the V3 got here. Oh, wait, let's go back. Ah, man, I wish I still had this keyboard. the Hammond XB2. No, wait. The Hammond Vx3. Double keyboard. I'm sorry. The Korg Vx3. This was a badass keyboard. And like an asshole, I sold it. I should have kept it. Because it sounded great. The only thing, the Leslie that was in it was really crappy. My first Triton. And there's one of the Leslies I built. This had a Barbade amp I built into it. This is a 145. And there's my wife. There's me. My brother Don. My brother Dave. Alright, let's get out of here. There's 5 more keyboard pictures. And what are these? Okay, some. Well, apparently we skipped through all that. So, here we go. What's this? Here's the VP 550. And, more of the same. Yeah, it looks nothing like the cave. Yeah, man. The Roman U20. I missed that keyboard. I really like that. That also, it had a great synthesizer on it. And look, there's the RE1 editor. So that means I was still using the MR, what is it, the Korg MR3 module, which was basically an M1 on steroids. The Roland A30 controller. So there's a big rocks. You can't see it. That's when I had the god-awful thing. And more crap. Yeah, there we go. Then, yeah, there's the M3R and the U220 module. Oh, there's a Mirage. Yeah, man. I guess we've seen all these. Wait, maybe not. Yeah. The house I'm in now, we bought that in 2005. So this is 2 years after we moved in. When I first moved in, I had the Fostex reel-to-reel. It was an 8-track reel-to-reel. And I sold that, and I bought this, the Fostex 16-channel digital studio. And it's got a CD built into it and all that. My friend Tommy has this now. And, yeah, wow. Some of the other older stuff here. More of the older stuff. Yeah, before I built my bookcase, I was using, in a couple of videos I was telling you how to, make space. This is when I was using the KitchenAid stuff, where you could buy the KitchenAid shelves, and you just put them, you see, there's 3 shelves up right here. There's 1 shelf there, 1 shelf here. And this KitchenAid stuff works really good. And, but then I built the bookcase. And so there's, yeah, the old studio. That's what it started out to be. Yeah, there's my old speaker cabinet, the PVSB2. This is a pretty small rig here. The Korg XB3. No, what is that? The BX3 and the Roland U20. And yeah, that was a small rig. Um, and this is a different rig. Oh, remember the what is it? The Korg X5, the X2, the Roland A30 controller, and that was my piano. And I used these two modules, a U220 and an M3R for piano, and then the BX3. And see, there's the Leslie and the SP2 cabinet on top of it. Yeah. Oh wow, the X3, man. And this was a badass keyboard here, this X5. That's a really cool keyboard. And that was one part of my old speaker rig. The 145 Leslie and the SP2 cabinet. There's me at a gig. Alright. I really miss that Korg BX3. That was such a cool thing. Here's the god awful thing. Now this was one of my touring rigs. And see the Furman, my main mixer, Lisa's, what is that called? Microverb, EQ. This was a drawer I had on my disc. MIDI patcher, and the Mirage, the M3R, and the U20 module. Then that was my power amp, the QSC. That's what I used to power the SP2 with. And then there was another version of this rack where it had an Emax in it, an Emax 2. Yeah, and this was one of my old rigs. Alright, the VP550, the Korg X5, the Roland A30, the U20 module, the U20 keyboard, and the Hammond, and yeah, the god awful thing rack. Wow, some old shit, man. There's another one. Can you believe I used to carry all this out? I wish I still had that X5. That was a really cool keyboard. There's one of my old PA systems. I lined up all this shit up to sell it, and my buddy Tom ended up buying everything. And here's the mixer. Yeah, man. Yeah, that was the mixture of the for House Arrest, my band I put together throughout the 90s. This was a very nice board, matter of fact. When the monitor mix for when I was touring. But this may be the main mix. There's the monitor mix. All right. Some more of the old studio. It's amazing to see how the studio has grown, and Here we go. This is 9/11. Carol and I came in from work and we were watching, keeping tabs on the TV. And that's 9/11. This is probably around 4 or 5 o'clock right here when we were watching that. And this is at the old house. Oh, some old picture there. Oh, and one band I played in, I had a thing called Band Track, and I used to take the pictures. I used to impose pictures of band members on the Star Trek characters. And that's Ricky and John. They're pretty cool. Look, this was the front room. No, this is at my old house. This is when I was just living by myself, and now I had a studio downstairs. But being a musician, you always have to have a keyboard handy. And but yeah, this was the front room. As soon as you walk into my main building, yeah, this was the old computer desk in the U20. I used to just, whenever I wanted to play. Here's the 145 by modified. Bad. Jeez, man. Some old band pictures. I used to breed pit bulls. I got out of it because my dogs were really, really cool. And people were wanting to try to make them fight and stuff. It's my old lost house, so that's Gizmo. Look at the dick look. He invented the dick look. You know, I used to do things to him, and he'd just give me that. And see, I copied that. And now my wife asked me a stupid question, I give her the dick look. But I'll tell you, man, it's just like a lot of the stuff, like the old keyboard rigs. There's a band I used to play with. That was Hot Cargo. We used to be called FBI, and we were going to play a gig. And I noticed our guitar player, which is this guy here, he was outside changing the name of the band on the marquee, and I'm like, what's going on? And he said the FBI came and we have to take that down. We're not allowed to call our band FBI. So our manager changed it from FBI to Hot Cargo. Some more. Well, this is good. God gave you the best he had. That's right. You can't get no better than Jesus. Here's John Seacrest. Really good vocalist and guitar player. He's no longer with us. Well, back in the days, man, headset mic, and I used to stand up and play. And there's my axe. I really love this axe. I still have it. It no longer works, but oh, now see, some things you can't unsee. I'm sorry I showed you this because now you're probably going to have nightmares. Oh, this is when I cloned myself and started my own band. I call this the AlMe Brothers. AlMe. This is the first night me and my wife met. How about that? New Year's Eve, 2000. Fish. Another live picture. This is back when look how clean cut I was. Back when I was touring. Yeah, it's me as Dr. McCoy. Remember I was talking about band track? Yeah, I was Dr. McCoy. There's Gizmo. Yeah, this was a cool working rig here. This was a cool Leslie. This was originally an 825, and I put a top in it, and that thing was really good. I really missed that, and it was small. It was so small, and it was light. Oh, I put a pond and waterfall in my house. I remember when Carol moved in, she made me take it out. It's amazing how they, wow. Yeah, this is an old picture here. This is 80s. Look, notice the A-frame. That's definitely, I'm gonna probably say 84. And here we go. Korg Poly 800, Roland Juno 2, and Kawai K3. Oh, let's get back to this. This took me a while to get Gizmo to pose for this picture, but I think it's one of the best pictures I've done, a pet picture. It's my buddy Ricky, like my brother. Morning coffee, yes. Morning coffee, yes. Ah. Okay, now this is part of the, back at the old house. This was the control room of the building. See, I used to own the building, and this was part of the control room. And this is when I had the reel to reel. There it is. I believe, what is that? I'm pretty sure it was a Fostex. No, it was Carol. She had her mouth widened at the Wider Mouth and Teeth Clinic, and because she had a hard time fitting burgers in her mouth, so she went to the clinic and had her mouth widened. There's my buddy Timmy. This is with the boats. I remember this now. Roland Juno 2, Kawai K1, and a Kawai K3. There's some more bugs. Look at me in a tux. Back in my boating days. Yeah, this was a cool rig. A Hammond Vx3, the A30 controller with the two modules to do piano. And this was with a blues band. So I didn't have to do any horns or anything, just organ and piano. There's a Leslie and a speaker cabinet somewhere around there. Yeah, the Blues Peddlers. Yeah. 2001. This guy here, Chris, he's not a judge. Now, what was crazy was me and my wife met December 31st, 2000. All right? And it was like a week later, Carol never got to hear me play, you know what I mean? Because we'd only been together for like a week. And we were going to go out, and I get a phone call from these guys, and they needed a keyboard player. And so I looked at Carol and I says, "You want to hear me play?" She goes, "Sure." And I says, "Well, I have a chance to play a gig." And so this is the first gig that Carol actually got to hear me play at. Life on the Boat. Yes. This picture here, this is my friend Bobby, and I use Photoshop. He's not black, he's white. He's an Italian like I am. But I put his face on this body and I colored it. And we were sitting at Bobby's kitchen table because I printed it up for these. And so Bobby's kids were sitting at the table with us. And Bobby had the picture in his hand and he goes, well, I'm glad you kids are here. I got to tell you all something you guys don't know. And that you're really black. We just have this strange skin disease that make us lighter. And they were like, no, you're, you know. Then Bobby showed his kids this picture. And the one kid started crying, I don't want to be black. And when they saw this picture, it was hilarious. But you, I have the boat. That was in when Carol and I first got married, or Niagara Falls. We got married at Niagara Falls. Yeah, we had a good life. We did a lot of things, man. Oh yeah. So I had my own pad. Remember, I owned a building, and then Carol decides to move in. And this is like, remember how nice my front room looked? Like that's now moving all her stuff in. Look at the kitchen, totally trashed it. It was her boat. My dad. Let's come on, more keyboard pictures. Oh, you know, in the Mon Valley, you know, living in Florida for 6 years, you know, it was awesome, but, you know, you didn't have the changing of the seasons, you know. Now, this was the last day of our boat being docked. So before we took the boat out of the waters and stored it for the winter, we took one last cruise up the river. And where we live, it's called the Mon Valley. All right, so this is going up the river. Look, all the trees are changing. Look how beautiful that is. So, more keyboard pictures. Let's get more keyboard pictures. Yeah, this is crazy, man. I haven't been through this fall in a long time. Like, probably like a decade. Ah! When Carol moved in, she had a picture of her, the guy she used to date. All right? And as I was helping her unpack, I came across this picture. And Carol, she went out to go buy some pop and stuff, all right? So I saw this picture of her old boyfriend. So what I hurry up and did, I printed out a copy of my, well, basically what I did is I put my head on her old boyfriend's body. And then I copied the picture, then I put it back in the frame, and I set it out on the TV. And so when she came back, it took her a while to find it, but when she saw it, she just started laughing. And she goes, why? She goes, why? She says, I could have just thrown the picture away. And I said, yeah, but it's more funnier this way. So. Paul Jones, bass. This is up on Niagara Falls. Here we go, House Arrest. And I can tell you exactly what song that is. because it's the only song I sat down and played. That's Scenes from an Italian Restaurant. I did the whole thing, and we did a trio, keyboards, bass, and drums. And I did all the orchestra stuff in it and everything. But that's with House Arrest, Scenes from Italian Restaurant. Huh? Where's this at? Oh, that's front room. Look at this baby grand. This is at our the Brock Plaza up in Niagara Falls. Canadian Mountie kicked me off of this piano. I wasn't allowed to play it. Oh, see the red light? That means we need gas. There's a Vogue's picture. Yeah, this was taken. We were traveling from one state to another, and before we left, the bartender gave me this large glass of 150 rum and coke, and I crashed out, and that's me sleeping on the back of the bus. Ah, here we go. Yeah, there's the what is that? I took a 3-tier stand and I took it to a machine shop and they added a 4th tier on it, and that's the House Arrest rig. I used these four boards plus the one that I wear. Yeah, and this was this was one of my live rigs, and really cool rig. That was a good Leslie too. That thing screamed. And hey, what's this? Yeah. Okay, we've been through all that. So these are some of the. Let's go all the way down to the bottom here. I believe we've been through all these. No, we haven't. And but these are some of the. Um, yeah, this was okay. The M364. Yeah. Oh yeah, this is Niagara Falls at the top of that tower. Yeah, there's some of the old rigs. Here's the keyboard case. When I toured, this is what this is how I moved all my keyboards. And this was awesome, man, because you had all your keyboards in there, and you just wheeled it in. Then you didn't even have to lay it down. You just unlatch it, and the whole front comes off, and your keyboard's in there. I think I have it demoed. Yeah, there's little compartments there, and there's an old chart hall I used to have my thing. What's this? Oh, Battleship Missouri. There's Carol. Look at my pretty wife. Ah, man. Snowball. Man, I tell you what. I love this. Carol and I, this was one of our favorite vehicles here. This is a 2004 Jeep. I mean, Blazer. And it was just, but it's the small one. You know, the two-door. But boy, I tell you what, the seats in this thing was most comfortable. And, you know, when we sold it, it only had 75,000 miles on it. And, but it started to nickel and dime us to death. And, so we got rid of it. And then I think, yeah, when we sold that, then we ended up with the, with the Kia Sportage. Yeah, okay. And that's it for this particular file then. That's an old file. Alright? And then before I leave, no, we'll knock it off here. I've been chatting with you guys. So it's a little nostalgic um walk through a couple decades from a file that I just recently located, you know, so I figured I'd share it all with you guys. But man, I tell you, when you get old, you know, you start thinking about a lot of the stuff in the past. And hope you guys enjoyed this. I know the next couple files the next couple folders I have has got a lot more stuff, but this is stuff I haven't seen in a while. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comments, and catch you guys when I see you again, and may God bless.